Hello everyone. In this tutorial video, you're going to learn how to solve a slider crank mechanism problem to find out the velocity and acceleration of the moving parts using Klein's construction. There are two sub-questions for two different crank angles. We'll just look into it how to solve this particular problem. So from the given problem, we have just noted down the data. The crank length is given, the length of the connecting rod is given, and the speed of the crank is also given in the question. So since the speed of the crank is given, we can also calculate the angular velocity by using the formula 2 pi n divided by 60. Now we need to find the angular acceleration and angular velocity of the connecting rod. Still we have not constructed the slider crank mechanism for the given dimensions. So we'll first construct the slider crank mechanism and then we'll name it and we'll come to know what is the name of the crank, connecting rod and other things in the slider crank mechanism. So to draw the slider crank mechanism, the first thing we'll do is draw a horizontal axis line which will refer to the movement of the slider. So draw this horizontal line, and the thing that we know here is the angle as well as the length of the crank. In fact, there are two cases to be solved in this particular problem. The case one says that the crank makes 30 degree with respect to IDC, where IDC means the inner dead center. And what is this inner dead center? Just for your understanding, I'll just show you a simple example of a slider crank mechanism. So if this is a slider and we have the crank over here, which is a fixed point over here, and this is crank and this is a slider. So we have the line of motion of the slider. So if you just refer that the crank is on the left side over here, if this is the initial position, we call this one as inner dead center, because this is the place where the crank is lying inside the mechanism. In case if you have the crank position on the outer side, we have the diagram in this manner. If the crank is taken as angle over this side, then we call it as outer dead center. If we take it from inside the mechanism, we'll call it as inner dead center, and if we are taking it from the outside, we'll call it as outer dead center. Right now the angle is given with respect to the inner dead center. The angle of the crank is given as 30 degrees in the question. So we will locate the point which we usually take it as O, which will be the center of the crank, and from this point we will draw a 30 degree line towards the left side, which will give us 30 degree from the inner dead center. Now we know the length of the crank, which is 250 millimeters. It is more important that we take a specific scale for the drawing that we are producing here. So let us take a scale of 1 centimeter equal to 0.1 meter. So here we have the length of the crank as 0.25 meter. So 1 centimeter is 0.1 meter, 0.25 meter becomes 2.5 centimeters. Measure that 2.5 centimeters in the compass, keep the compass needle at O and cut the arc over here. And this point will give us the point C. OC will represent the crank of the slider crank mechanism. Now we know the next data, that is length of the connecting rod, which is 950 millimeters. We know that the slider is going to move on this horizontal axis line which we have drawn, and now we know the connecting rod length as 950 millimeters, which is 0.95 meter. So according to the scale that we have taken, 0.95 meter is simply 9.5 centimeters, which you can measure using the compass. Take 9.5 centimeters and keep the compass needle at C and cut one arc on this horizontal axis line. So where it intersects, that point will represent the point of the slider, which we name it as P. So we can draw a slider here of any dimension just to represent it in the drawing. So if you connect it from P to C, that will be the length of the connecting rod, which is 9.5 centimeter according to the scale that we have taken. Now we can darken the lines which are related to the slider crank mechanism, which will give us a much more clearer picture of the slider crank mechanism. And here the angle of the crank is taken for the first case, which is 30 degrees. In the second case, it is given as 120 degrees from IDC, which we'll have a look into after completing this case. Now we'll construct the Klein's velocity diagram in order to find the velocities of the components in this mechanism. If you want to construct the Klein's velocity diagram, from the line of motion of the slider, you just need to draw a perpendicular line from the point of center of rotation of the crank, that is O. So from here you can draw a vertical line, and the second step is that you draw a line extending from the connecting rod till it touches the vertical line from the center of the crank. So this point will represent M, and this triangle OCM will represent the Klein's velocity triangle for this particular mechanism and for these dimensions and the given data. Now we know the velocity ratio equations, which is given by. Now using this velocity equation, we'll be able to find out the velocity of the slider. The first sub-question says we need to find the velocity and acceleration of the piston, that is given as P. So in this velocity equation, the velocity of the piston is given as VPO. So in order to find out this unknown, let us take the equation which is given by VPO by OM equal to omega. We know the value of omega. OM can be measured from the drawing which we have constructed here for the scale. While you are taking this measurement and writing it here, it is important that you convert it from the scale that we have taken. So the unknown term here is VPO. The value of omega is calculated 20.943. So if we measure this OM using a scale, so we will get 1.6 centimeters. So if it is 1.6 centimeters measured from the drawing, you multiply it by 0.1, which becomes 1.6 into 0.1. So we get the velocity of the piston as 3.35 meter per second. Now before we find the acceleration of the piston and acceleration of the connecting rod as it is asked, let us also find the velocity of connecting rod, which is actually a part of the question which we need to solve in this problem. So there are two things that are asked here. So one is to find out the velocity of slider and acceleration of slider, and also to find out the velocity of connecting rod, that is angular velocity of connecting rod, and the acceleration of the connecting rod. So we have found the velocity of slider as 3.35 meter per second. Next we will also find the angular velocity of connecting rod. So to find out the angular velocity of connecting rod, we have the formula VPC by PC will be given as angular velocity of the connecting rod. So this angular velocity of connecting rod can be simply calculated by finding out VPC divided by the length of the connecting rod. The length of connecting rod is already given in the question which we saw previously as 950 millimeters. If it is 950 millimeters in meters, it will be 0.95 meter. While the numerator is VPC, that is velocity of the connecting rod, which we need to find out using the velocity equation what we actually have here. So here we have VPC term. So let us take this VPC by Cm and equate it to omega again in order to find out the value of VPC. Hence, by taking this term, if you want to find out VPC, it is going to be omega into Cm. So here we can write the value of omega into Cm, where the value of omega is known as 20.943 radians per second, and we need to measure this value of cm from the plane's velocity diagram. So cm is over here, you can measure it using a scale, and you will get it as 2.2 centimeters. So whatever the value that you get here from the velocity diagram, do not forget to multiply it with the scale that we have taken. So we got 2.2 centimeter and the scale that we have taken initially is 0.1 meter. Hence we get the angular velocity of the connecting rod as. So now we have found the angular velocity of connecting rod as well as the velocity of the slider. Next we will find out the acceleration of the connecting rod as well as the acceleration of piston. Now we have the acceleration equation as we have discussed in the previous video as Now in this acceleration equation, we all know that these denominators are obtained from the Klein's acceleration diagram. So the Klein's acceleration diagram is yet to be drawn in the drawing that we have made of this slider crank mechanism. For that, it is again 3 or 4 steps to be followed in order to get the Klein's acceleration diagram. The first step is that keep C as center and CM as radius, and you need to draw one circle. Next thing is that we need to take PC as diameter and we have to draw one more circle. So if you want to take PC as diameter, you need to identify the center of PC. We know the length of PC that we have taken, that is 9.5 centimeters. Locate the midpoint of PC, that is 9.5 centimeter by 2. Locate the midpoint by taking half distance of PC, and from that midpoint you can take the radius either till P or till C and draw another circle. So after drawing these two circles, you just need to name the points which are newly formed, the points which are formed by intersection of these two circles. So we'll name one point as K and the other intersection point as L. Now note that in the previous discussion video of Klein's construction, we saw that this L was coming above this horizontal line. Now it doesn't matter where the points are going to fall, you just need to follow the steps according to what we have discussed. So let us join K to L and extend it or find out the intersection with respect to the horizontal line with respect to the movement of slider. So this is a point where it is intersecting the horizontal line. We can name this particular point as N, as we have already followed in the previous Klein's constructional discussion. And the point what you find here over here, we'll name it as Q. This CQNO is called as Klein's acceleration diagram. So for your better understanding, I'll just hatch this portion of Klein's acceleration diagram. So this hatched portion of the diagram, what we have got is called as Klein's acceleration diagram, given as CQNO. Now the measurements of the sides of the quadrilateral can be taken from this diagram in order to calculate the acceleration. Now first we will find out the acceleration of the piston. The acceleration of piston is given as APO, and we'll equate it to omega square in order to get the acceleration of the piston. The unknown is acceleration of piston, so we'll get omega square into NO, where the NO has to be measured from the Klein's acceleration diagram. And when you measure it, you're going to get 2.5 centimeter. Do not forget to multiply it with the scale that we have taken. So omega is 20.943 square into 2.5 centimeter multiplied by the scale that we have taken. So we will get the acceleration of the piston as 109.652 meter per second square. This will give us the acceleration of the piston. If you want to answer or identify which is the acceleration related to piston, you must know these alphabets, which represent CO means crank, PC means connecting rod radial term, PC means connecting rod tangential term, and PO will represent the acceleration of the piston. The next term we need to find is the angular acceleration of the connecting rod. Now we all know the acceleration equation what you have here. This will give us the acceleration of connecting rod radial and tangential term. But what is asked in the question is angular acceleration of the connecting rod. It is not the acceleration, you need to find the angular acceleration of the connecting rod. We can write this angular acceleration as alpha, and since it is with respect to connecting rod, we'll write it as alpha PC, which is going to be given as APC tangential term divided by the connecting rod length. We know the length of the connecting rod, which is given as 950 millimeters, which we took even in the previous case, and we can take the same thing here also. While this APC tangential term can be obtained from the acceleration equation. If you take APCT, send this Qn to the right hand side, and finally we will get the equation for APC tangential as Qn multiplied by omega square. While this is the numerator, the length of PC will become the denominator. Substitute it and find out the angular acceleration of the connecting rod. And Qn has to be measured from the Klein's acceleration diagram. So when we measure Qn, we are going to get 1.2 centimeters. So do not forget, we are going to get Qn as 1.2 centimeters multiplied by the scale that we have taken, that is 0.1. Omega is 20.943 square divided by the length of connecting rod is 950 millimeters, which is taken as 0.95 meter. So use your calculators and you will get the angular acceleration as 55.403 radians per second square. Note that angular acceleration is different from the acceleration term. The same thing happened here for the angular velocity of connecting rod. Here it is asked for specifically for the connecting rod. This omega is angular acceleration for the mechanism. And that completes the solution for the first case. Next we will consider case 2, where the angle of the crank is given as 120 degree with respect to the inner dead center. While all the dimensions remain same, only the angle of the crank is different in the second case. So we will construct the slider crank mechanism like we did in the first case by first drawing a horizontal line which represents the movement of slider. And then we will locate the point O. From point O, we will measure 120 degrees from the inner dead center. So if you are drawing the mechanism on the left side, this becomes the inner dead center, and measure the angle of 120 degrees from the left side. And we know the length of the crank. Here also it is important that we take an appropriate scale. So let us take a scale of same as 1 centimeter equal to 0.1 meter, because all the dimensions remain same even for this second case. So length of the crank is 2.5 centimeter. You can cut one arc, and this intersection will represent point C. So this will represent the crank length. Now let us measure the length of the connecting rod, which is 9.5 centimeter after converting to the scale that we have taken. So take 9.5 centimeters from the scale, compass needle at C, and cut one arc on this axis. This point will represent point P. and when we join P to C, that will represent the length of connecting rod. Now let us just draw the slider and the fixed point so that we have the clear picture of the slider crank mechanism. This is the position of the slider crank mechanism for the given dimensions, while the crank angle from IDC is given as 120 degrees. For this diagram, we will again follow the same steps of drawing the Klein's velocity diagram and the Klein's acceleration diagram. First, we will construct the Klein's velocity diagram by drawing a vertical line from the center of rotation of the crank perpendicular to the direction of motion of the slider. So here the slider is moving in horizontal direction. We'll draw a vertical line from point O. Now this line has to intersect the extension of PC. While in this case, if it is 120 degrees, there is no need to extend PC. It is already going to intersect PC at this particular point, which we will name it as M. So there is no need to extend PC. Second step to get the Klein's velocity drawing is no need to be done in this case, because already we have the intersection of PC with respect to this vertical line, and we'll name that as M. Now this CMO is the one which represents the Klein's velocity diagram. So using the velocity equation, we'll be able to find out the velocity of the piston as well as the angular velocity of the connecting rod. So first we will find out the velocity of piston by using the velocity equation. So velocity of piston is given by VPO. So let us take this equation VPO by OM equal to omega. Measure OM using the scale. When you measure it, you're going to get OM as 1.9 centimeters. Do not forget to multiply it with the scale that we have taken. So 1.9 into 0.1. Next, we need to find out the angular velocity of the connecting rod, which is given by omega PC. So omega PC is given by VPC divided by length of the connecting rod, while VPC is obtained from the formula of velocity equation. VPC can be equated to omega, and we can write Cm has to be measured from the drawing. So just take C to M and measure it. You're going to get it as 1.3 centimeter.
So 1.3 centimeter multiplied by scale, that is 0.1.
Hence we get the angular velocity of the connecting rod as 2.865 radians per second. While all these steps are remaining same to the first case what we did, but remember that the construction is going to be slightly changed because the angle given here is 120 degrees, while all the steps remain same as we did for the first case. Now next we need to find out the acceleration of the piston as well as the acceleration of the connecting rod, which is called as angular acceleration as asked in the question. So in order to do that, we need to draw two circles to get the Klein's acceleration diagram. So the first circle will be drawn with taking Cm as radius and C as the center of the circle. So keep the compass needle at C. The next circle has to be drawn taking PC as diameter. In order to take PC as diameter, you have to locate the center of PC. We know PC measures 9.5 centimeter, so half of 9.5 will be 4.75. Over here, you can take that as center, take till P as radius. Next thing is that we need to name the points that are being formed by the intersection of the circles. So the circle is intersecting here, which we'll name it as K. Circle is intersecting here, which we'll name it as L. So let us join K and L and extend it till the line of movement of slider and name that point as N. So here we know that this line which connects K and L, where it intersects the connecting rod, that point will be Q. The quadrilateral what we have got here, that is the Klein's acceleration diagram, here we have not got it as the four-sided polygon. Instead we have got it in a crisscross way, but remember the name that we have followed, the quadrilateral CQNO is the one which is called as the Klein's acceleration diagram. So in this 120 degree crank angle, the Klein's acceleration diagram will be like this. So you have a small area over here and then you have an extended area over here in the form of 8. Okay, now this is the Klein's acceleration diagram that we have got from the construction that we have made. So it is of this shape. I have not drawn it to the dimension that is required. That actual dimension should be taken from the drawing construction what we have done over here, not this one. This was done only for your understanding how the Klein's acceleration diagram has been formed for this 120 degree crank angle. Now first thing we will find is the acceleration of the piston. This formula we will obtain as we did in the previous case, which we extracted it from the acceleration equation APO by NO equal to omega square. We'll take the same formula, but the measurement is going to be different because the crank angle has been changed here. So if you measure the value from N to O, so NO will come as 1.5 centimeter. So do not forget to multiply it by scale, that is 0.1. The last thing to be found out here is the angular acceleration of the connecting rod, which is given by alpha PC. So this alpha PC is simply given as acceleration of PC divided by the length of PC. While the acceleration of PC can be obtained as we did in the previous case for tangential component, we will take it as acceleration of connecting rod, that is angular acceleration of connecting rod equal to tangential component of acceleration of connecting rod divided by PC, while the acceleration of PC tangential component is given as Qn into omega square. Hence we will take this one as Qn into omega square divided by PC. You can measure Qn from here, from the Klein's acceleration diagram, which we will measure it as 2.2 centimeter from the drawing, multiplied by the scale into omega square divided by PC is 0.95. And that will completely answer for the second case as well. Note that many problems in Klein's construction will follow the same procedure and same step. The things you need to keep in mind is the constructional steps as well as the velocity equation, acceleration equation, as well as the formula for angular acceleration, using which we will be able to solve the problems on slider crank mechanism using Klein's construction. For any doubts or clarifications, you can drop a comment or contact me through my mail ID.